Hi guys, it's Sarah, and today I have a review video for you. I'm going to be using and reviewing this little notebook here, which is called the Coloring Notebook. And this was sent to me from the Coloring Notebook Company. And they contacted me and asked me if I would be willing to receive this book for free and use it and review it on my channel. So I said yes. I thought it sounded like a great idea. So they sent me a copy. So what I'm going to do right now is show you what it looks like before I start working in it, kind of show you what pictures are in here, what the whole concept is, and then I will take it and color in it for a few days, and then I will come back and show you what I thought. So this is the size of it. It's a pretty good size. It's probably, let's see, I can give you an example here really quick. This is a 5x7 book little container right here full of Disney pictures. So this is probably like a good 6x8, maybe a little bit smaller than 6x8 size. So it's really good portable, so you can use this notebook to keep notes in, and you can throw it in your bag or take it with you if you want to take it in color, or if you just need to take some notes while you're somewhere. Okay, so this has a nice little band here. This cover is nice and sturdy, very, very sturdy. It did get a little bit damaged in shipping when they sent it to me. There's just like a little corner right here, if you can see, that was a little bit bent. However, where I live, my post office is not super careful with their mail, so that tends to happen sometimes. So I don't necessarily think that's the product of the company, but it does have, this is the packaging here, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off. So when you have it, it's just completely black. And so the basic concept of this coloring notebook is that it is a notebook that has ruled pages in it, as you can see right here. And then as you flip through it, there's also coloring pages that you can use to color in. And then on this side, you can write whatever you want to. And then there's a lot of 2-page spreads like this too that are ruled. And there's a lot of different types of images here. There's no theme to it or anything. So as you saw, the first one was buttons. That one was a countryside. This one is cats. This one is a palace. So very, very detailed, as you can see. Lots of detail that you can color in there. And then on this side, you can write. As you can see the image from the other side a little bit. So the paper is not super thick. It's not very thick paper. I'm sure that was done on purpose, because the thicker the paper, the less number of images and pages you can include in it. So they want to be sure that you can get the most for your money, most definitely. So I'll just flip through a little bit here and show you. This one's really cool with the iguana head. And let me just kind of flip through really quick here so I can just kind of show you some of the options. And I will show you, this is a 2-page coloring here, which is really cool. It's like an octopus in a ship. I really like that one a lot. So I think this should just be really fun just to keep random notes in, or you could even use it as a journal. I think that would be great too. It also comes with a bookmark, so you can keep marked whatever page you're writing on. I will probably use this just for like video ideas and stuff like that. So that's probably what I'm going to use this for. And as you can see, the pages are very diverse as far as what it is that is on here. Here is another one that really reminds me of The Hobbit. So this looks like Smaug the dragon here, laying on all his treasure and everything. So that's really cool. So just, a big variety of stuff that you can color in here. I love these feathers as well. I'm a sucker for some feathers. All right, so I am going to take this for a few days and start coloring a couple pictures. I think I'm going to try to color at least 3 pages in here to kind of show you, give you a good example of what it will look like when something is colored in. And what I'm going to be using are these artist premium coloring pencils, which is what I'm preferring to use right now when I am coloring. So these are really nice coloring pencils. I got these at a craft store called AC Moore when I was visiting home in Florida, but you can get these on Amazon as well. I will link them in the description down below if you want to check them out. But this is what they look like. I got a 36 pack, so there's lots of different shades of all the different colors, so it's nice. You can also get these in smaller packs and also bigger packs as well. This is just something that works for me. I have all the colors I need and different shades and all that. These also blend very nicely, so if you want to do like 2 different shades of blue, but you want them to meet in the middle and kind of blend together, these are really good for that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I will also, when I come back, I will probably choose maybe the last page in here and kind of show you what some other things look like, maybe like some Sharpies or some gel pens, just kind of color a few spots and show you what the bleed is like through the paper, this particular paper here. And also in the back here, there is a little pocket, which is cool. So you can kind of keep stuff in here if you need to as well. And that's attached to the book. So that's a nice little feature there too. All right, so I'm gonna go use this for a couple days and I will be right back to show you what my final thoughts are. Hey guys, so it's about a week later and I have spent some time coloring in this coloring notebook, so I wanted to go ahead and show you what my results were and what my overall thoughts are. So I did go ahead and use my colored pencils here that I talked about before, these artist coloring pencils, so that's what I used in this notebook. And then when I'm done, I'll just show you some examples of some other options and how the paper takes to them. So the first thing I will say is that this is really nice for people who want to either get into coloring or who really enjoy coloring but don't want to spend all day coloring because a lot of things will take a lot of time to color. If you have a really big like 12 by 12 coloring book, it takes you a really long time to get one page done. This page I did in 30 minutes, this one right here. And as you can see, I did a lot of shading. It's not all just one color. So I took my time and did some details in it. And this only took me 30 minutes because it's a smaller canvas than like a regular coloring book. So that is one thing that I really, really like about this. I can enjoy my coloring, but it's not going to take up a ton of time either. So this was the first one that I did. So I did this iguana. I really like him a lot. And then on this side, I did go ahead and make a list. I did a summer bucket list for me and my family and just wrote down a few things I wanted to do over the summer. And I decided to put that here because one of the things we're going to do this summer is go see reptiles, like a reptile display at our local library, and there's going to be iguanas there. So I just thought that kind of fit nicely. So for this writing here, I used the Sharpie pen. This is one of my favorite pens to use, and it's a very fine tip. And these are designed not to bleed through, and it doesn't, as you can see. You can see a little bit of a shadow of my writing, but it's nothing that is going, like I can't look at this and know what I wrote on the other side. So that's really good. The paper took to that really, really nicely to these Sharpie pens, which is great because this is my favorite thing to use. So this is the first one I did. The other one that I did were these owls. So I colored in these owls. These went really quickly as well, just because, you know, it's a smaller page, but I was able to, you know, relax and color. And then for this one, I wrote my 2016 summer reading goals. So I have all the books listed that I want to read over the summer, and that goes nicely with owls, since owls are kind of a symbol of wisdom and reading a lot at the times as well. So there's that one, use the same pen here. And then the last one that I did is this one right here, which are a bunch of mixtapes. And they made me laugh. It's like mixtapes. Do you guys remember mixtapes? Anyone out there remember the cassette tapes? Because I do. So I went ahead and colored those. And this one took me the longest just because it had the most detail. And, you know, I did do different colors all over the place. So this one took me a little bit longer to do, but still not as long as it would take me to do a full coloring page in another full coloring book. So I really, really enjoyed that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you some examples. I'm going to use this last page here. This is a jellyfish. Yeah, those are jellyfish, right? So I'm going to show you how some other markers take to it. So I'm going to start off with a Sharpie, and I chose a blue because it's a dark color, so I just wanted to see how it goes in here. So I will just go ahead and color a little section in here and then see what the bleed through is like on just a regular, normal Sharpie. Okay, so there's that. And then as you can see, that bled right through and even onto the next one. So I would not recommend using regular Sharpies if you're gonna color in this coloring notebook because the paper is not gonna take to it very well. Okay, and don't write in it either because it will bleed onto the other pages. Okay, I'm also going to use one of my daughter's Crayola. This is just a regular Crayola marker. I can't even think of the word. So I will go ahead and try this here and see how this takes to it. Again, this is a little bit of a darker color, and let's see how this takes it. That one did not bleed through at all. So absolutely no bleed through. So that's good. So if you guys like to color with the Crayola markers, then they should be good to go in this one here. And lastly, I'm going to use a gel pen. I also stole this from my daughter. I was taking all her stuff. And see how this works. I know a lot of people like to use gel pens as well. So I will just go ahead and try it. And of course I grabbed one that isn't working. Okay, I have her whole thing here, so let me find one that is gonna work. She's been using these a lot, so I wanna try to find kind of a darker color. Here's a purple. Let's see if the purple works. Yeah, okay. So I'll color a little section here with the gel pen. It kind of works. She's a little hard on them, so. Okay, and there's absolutely no bleed through on the gel pen either. So the Sharpie is the only one that really bled through that you would not be able to use with this. However, the Sharpie pen that is designed not to bleed through worked really well and it did not bleed through at all. So there's that. You could think about that. You could also, you can get these in different colors. You could get a pack of these and color with these too, and then it wouldn't bleed through. So that's an option as well. Okay, so my overall impression of this is very positive. I really, really enjoyed coloring in it. I really like all the designs in it. I think they're very creative and they're different, so there's a good variety for whatever you're in the mood for. It's not just one theme. There are also options on their website that you can get a ruled paper like mine is. You can also get one that just has blank paper. So if you want to do sketches or anything like that, you can get one that's blank. And then you can also get one that is a dot paper. So it's like a ruled paper, but they're with dots instead of the actual lines. So a little bit of a less harsh lined paper, I guess you could say. And that's gonna be it. So these notebooks are $21.95 and there is free shipping worldwide, so you don't have to pay for shipping. In my personal opinion, I think this is definitely worth the $21 because the quality is really good. And like I said, it's something that I could easily see myself actually coloring everything in here, whereas a coloring book, sometimes it's a little intimidating. There's a lot to do and it would probably take you a really long time to do it. But this one I could definitely see myself doing. This is great for traveling if you want to take it to the beach and color. And you know, just to throw in your purse and have somewhere to take notes along with, you know, coloring. So I think it's a really great product. I think it's very creative and I am very grateful to the Coloring Notebook for sending me a copy so that I could show you guys and use it and tell you all about it. So I will leave a link down below to the Coloring Notebook website if you guys want to go check it out. I really hope that you do. And that's going to be it for me. So once again, thank you Coloring Notebook for sending me this and I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope you guys will go grab yourself a copy as well. All right, I hope you guys have a great day and I will see you again soon. Bye.